Have you ever been told that your dream life is unrealistic and you won't ever be able to achieve it in such a young age? If you think that waiting for the right age to actually start living your life is the best option, I'm so sorry for you. It's never gonna happen. But you know what? I gotcha. Because I used to be this way too. Before one day I realized I either risk it all or stay in my zone of comfort and be like everyone else out there. So now I'm happy to say, hi, my name is Maria and I'm an international student in the United States of America who's currently pursuing career of content creator and an artist. And I'm here to help you to glow up and get your dream life. Around 2 years ago, I started thinking really deeply about my future life, and I realized that things that I wanted to achieve in my life do not quite fit into my current reality. I knew that I wanted to be an artist, but I couldn't find anything in Ukraine where I could graduate not only as a professional in one specific field, like an architect, but as a creative individual so I could apply my skills in many different ways. I was certain that if I stay home, I wouldn't study as an artist. I knew that I would absolutely abandon this dream and become someone I was not meant to be. On the other hand, deep inside me, I had this dream of studying in America since I was like 10 years old. Literally, once I started getting some consciousness in this life, I decided that the United States is definitely a place where I would be one day. Oh my gosh, if only you could see how obsessed I was with YouTube videos about American schools or New York City vlogs. I mean, I still am. The difference is that now I study in a great college in gorgeous and safe state of Vermont, and I actually have been to New York City 4 times in a span of less than a year. If I was told this 1 year ago, I would literally freak out. It didn't happen just because I was given this opportunity. I had to go through a lot of stuff with my high school, visa application, English proficiency tests, and of course my portfolio that I applied to my college with. But I set this kind of mindset where I would rather fail at trying to become a person I dream of than succeed at staying exactly where I am. That's when I decided to leave my home, move to a different continent, and start studying in America. Because deep down, I knew that I wouldn't grow if I stayed in the same place, with the same mindset, and surrounded by people who didn't believe it was possible. And I did it. And it was difficult. I had to travel there when I was only 17 years old. And of course, I had to figure everything out on my own, with no family, no friends waiting for me at home to cheer me up, to support me, finally to help me. And I also had to speak a new language every single day, learn new culture, new mentality. It was crazy. But you know, after going through all of this stuff, I realized that I didn't only grow as a person, but I started perceiving the world and myself in the way that makes me feel good and in the way that lets me achieve things that I have been dreaming of my entire life. I didn't feel ready, but I started anyway. And I believe you can do it too. You know, 18 is such a wonderful age where you just start living your life and you can make whatever decision you want. It's a really great time to start learning about yourself, the kind of person you are, and the environment that you're surrounded with. But not only learn, you can also control your reality. Because you have to realize that no one else affects your life the way you do it. First of all, it's the hardest part, but you have to stop making excuses. Oh, I don't want to apply to this job because my skills in graphic design are not the best. If you want to achieve your dream life, you have to be honest with yourself. Yeah, sometimes life sucks, but it doesn't mean that you have to stop focusing on yourself and blame someone else for things that you could work on or do better. Go apply to this job. They might say yes, or they might say no. And this no doesn't mean that you're bad. No, it means that something is better, something that fits you better, or something that belongs to you is waiting for you. They might hire you with average graphic design skills, but you can generate really cool ideas. And, you know, for example, you have like basic skills in Photoshop or Illustrator, but you know how to communicate your ideas or your messages clearly so the audience would get it. Instead of hiring, for example, a person who has 20 years of experience in graphic design, but they only made like designs in this style of like 2012 and like this kind of designs that doesn't usually happen anymore. Or you might not be hired because they want this one exact person that knows how to make designs in this kind of like 2012 style. Like, and it doesn't mean that you're dumb or unprofessional. The universe just doesn't want to give you an option that would block your ambitions and not let you grow. Reflect on it and move on. You might fail again. That's okay. But you know that you're trying and you know that you'll grow as a person in these difficulties. You step out of your comfort zone, you talk to different people, you realize what they value, you analyze things that you can work on, and you shape yourself as an excellent graphic designer, for example, and the world-known company wants to hire only you. The thing that I learned throughout my years is that you always have to believe in yourself. You have to do uncomfortable things that will let you grow. It's the same way how you have to learn how to say no to someone when they ask you to do something that you're uncomfortable with, when you feel like someone disrespects your boundaries. Because I know exactly how overwhelming and uncomfortable it feels to say no, but it's better than betraying yourself and your values. But without your personal self and your personal values, you won't ever be able to grow. You just need to be brave for 1 second longer than you fear. Be that version of yourself that is already doing it, already creating, already becoming, and already taking yourself seriously. Stop waiting for permission because no one is gonna show up one day and be like, okay, that's your time. You can start. It's not gonna happen. This moment is literally right now. And in case if no one has told you yet today, you can do it. You deserve to try, and you don't need to prove it to anyone else, just to yourself. Just start. And the coolest thing is that you don't have to be 18 to do this. You can be 25 or 50, and trust me, you still will meet people who would say that it's not the right time, you're not ready, you need to try something else. But the only person who decides when it's the right time for you, it's only you. I wish you all the best, and I genuinely believe that you're capable of things that would bring you to your dream life. I would be really happy to hear your stories, so please subscribe, please like this video, and write some comments. I would be really happy to hear from you and help you with something if you need it. I hope it was helpful for you, and thank you so much for watching. I'm really happy to see it today. And by the way, if you're a super creative person and you want to get some inspiration, please feel free to go to my YouTube channel and see my first episode of my art series, Maria the Artist. It's really funny, it's really cool, and I would be really happy if you can support me. Thank you so much, bye!